Hey guys, the Super Review Show for another My Thoughts on Video. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, so here we are. Today's My Thoughts on Video, as the title of this video suggests, I am discussing today about Amazon and Apple Studios going theatrical with their movies that are rolling out. For those of you who don't know, Amazon and Apple, two of the biggest, most world-renowned companies on the planet, are releasing movies this year into next year and onward and so forth, theatrically in theaters first. Then they're going to put them on Amazon Prime, Apple TV Plus, if that makes sense to you. For those of you who've been following the streaming news, this is some big key stuff, truthfully. Now, why do I love this personally? The news came out, I think it was November or December of 2022. I was following my news feed of whatnot and just figuring out stuff. And I said, And the news came out that Amazon Studios, Amazon was the first one to say it, then Apple joined in later. I'll get to Apple in a second. Amazon Studios is going to be putting forth not $1 million with an M, but $1 billion with a B to support theatrically released content in theaters first, then it goes on their streaming service. And they said they were going to release about 12 films a year. That is huge news, and I'm surprised I'm only doing my thoughts on video about it now. That's just me. I love this news because, I have not, for those of you who don't know, I have streaming services. I have Paramount Plus, I have Max, I have Disney Plus, and I have with the ESPN Hulu bundle because I pay for my cell phone bill. But Prime, we get Prime for free because we order some stuff from Amazon occasionally from time to time. So Amazon spending $1 billion a year on theatrically released films. That's just crazy. That's an unfathomable number if you think about it. But why is this big? Because movie theaters in the post-COVID era, COVID is pretty much, for the most part, done, at least in the U.S., because it's 2023 now. Movie theaters are finally back now and stuff like that after a year being shut down for COVID, and then 2021, some films hit theaters and then more films in theaters, and then this year a ton of films. So it gradually came back over time. But Amazon saw that and said, let's do theatrically released films in theaters first, and then let's put it on our streaming service. Why is that such a big deal? The data, and you can look this up on your own, but the data and the evidence shows that if you release a movie in theaters first and have a theatrical window, Netflix, if you do that first, your movies will do better on streaming. It's just the truth. Studies and analytics and a ton of different tests have proven that works money-wise, financially speaking. It also works as far as not just financially speaking, but fans can watch. They have a longevity with it, and it'll create longevity with your films. Why is that such a big deal? Because let's face it, if Netflix drops a movie on Netflix, I don't really watch Netflix to begin with, but I don't know half the stuff that's on there unless I'm browsing through and I stumble on some documentary series about food or water. The most recent thing I watched there was the Zac Efron documentary series with Zac Efron drinking different types of water in LA. It was cool, but I didn't know it was on there. So, that's a documentary. As far as movies go, I'm not a big Netflix guy to begin with, so I can't really tell you that much. But I do know that they released Knives Out in theaters at one point, and they got a lot of positive feedback from it, and yet they don't want to act on it. We're happy with the way things are. That's the way Netflix said. We're good with the way things are. We're not going to change. That's a whole other topic for another time. But Amazon doing this, I applaud them 100%. Let's jump over to Apple for a second. Apple read the writing on the wall and said, let's do theatrically released films from Apple Studios, for Apple TV Plus, but let's do it for Apple Studios, release it in theaters, and then we'll have more success and more people want to watch and sign up for our content on Apple TV Plus. Amazon's a genius. Let's do that. Sorry, Netflix. This is a golden idea, and it's proven that it works. For financial standpoint, as I just said, for longevity in your films, like I just said, and I've studied this stuff pretty closely for the last year, and I've watched videos online about how this, and read articles and stuff about how releasing your films in theaters creates more longevity, not just for the movie in general, but for streaming. More people will remember it. More people will want to go see it. Like, it's just the truth. It's the writing. It's the 10 Commandments. It's the 10 Commandments inside the Ark of the Covenant from Raiders of the Lost Ark, people. Come on. I love this news. I'm very happy that Amazon's doing this. I'm very happy that Apple TV Plus is doing this. And my aunt, I don't have Apple, but my aunt does, and they got a lot of really good content on there. Like, they have some, tons of shows and movies that tons of people could delve into as well. But I'm all for this. I really do believe that Amazon and Apple going theatrical is a very smart move to just dump your movies in theaters first. Put them in theaters first, and then dump them on your streaming service, because they have longevity, as I just said. They make more financial sense, just saying. But ultimately, I am a big fan of this news that came out of that. And the fact that each of them, individually, each company is spending $1 billion a year on theatrical releases. Now, for those of you, just for that side note, Apple hasn't done this yet, but Amazon did with the Air movie that just came out, for the Michael Jordan shoe sneaker one. And in 2018, they did a test one with it with The Big Sick, and I loved The Big Sick when it was in theaters. I watched the movie on Prime from time to time, because I remember seeing it in theaters. That's their thought process, that if we can get people to go see it in theaters, it'll have more of a longevity on streaming, and we'll get more ad revenue, and it all adds up. Netflix doesn't want to do that for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they should, because they're going to bomb. Otherwise, they might go under, financially speaking. I don't know. That's just me. That's just my own opinion. But that's why they called it My Thoughts on Video. So, what do you think? Jump down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts on Amazon and Apple going theatrical for the time being in the next few years, spending, I repeat, $1 billion a year on theatrically released films. Go and support them if you can. That's why I saw Air back in April. That's why I saw Air. That's why I'm trying to support these films as well, and do out-of-theater reactions for you guys to spread spread their message and their awareness as well. So this is my thoughts on the video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media, and don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel as well. But for all of your my thoughts on videos and many more, keep it locked on the Super Review Show, the J-Man off to rock. We'll see you guys later, and happy streaming.